organizing protests, and he donated $25 million to establish an animal charity.
Yeah, rest in peace, Bob Saget, and Bob Barker, too.
Did I get some sweatpants before we go live again?
What about the pants you had that you came in here with?
I dare not.
I don't have any, dude.
I've been wearing those things for like, Jesus Christ, 3 weeks now.
I wore my pants for a lot longer than that, dude. Sorry. We're live right now, by the way.
How fun.
Oh, God. I dare not. I dare not. So you're probably wondering, what is going on in this situation? You have a half-naked man sitting inside of Josh's apartment. We're going to get through all of it. I want to start off with thanking Boglum Chronicles for cutting up these clips. So any edits that you see during the Josh clips are not by me. So you might see a comment pop up or whatever. I'm taking his clips because there's not a really good re-upload of this deleted stream. So either way, essentially, Josh invited this criminal into his apartment to stay with him, and you just have a series of hilarious events that go on, and it's really needed because for the past couple months his streams have been mostly boring, just like e-begging things, and today we're getting in memoriam of Bob Barker. We're getting this homeless man in there. We're doing some taste tests. I mean, it's all looking good. And you know, this man, he's giving off this the scary vibes, you know. I feel like he wants to eat Josh. I feel like you better lock your door, boy, because this man's about to be suckling on your toes at night. It's that type of situation. It's not looking very good. And you can see in that very beginning clip that Josh peeks over into like his monitor's reflection to see him standing in the background, basically naked. Josh just doesn't care. You know, he's the first to die in the horror movie, and it's only gonna get so much more crazy.
And rest in peace to Bob Barker, the lead host of The Price is Right. Bob Barker passed away at the age of 99. And it is what it is, YouTube. He died of old age, more than likely, so he lived a very long and fulfilling life. You know, I have a Monster Nitro. See this right here? This is a Monster Nitro Cosmic Peach, because Bob Barker is a part of the cosmos now, man. So I want to do a chug for Bob Barker, and we're going to do a Doritos review. Because check this out, Doritos has come out with a new flavor of chips that is for a limited time offer, folks.
It is what it is, YouTube. He died because he didn't collab with me again. Rich Piana, he didn't collab with me. I'm sorry, guys. That's the wrong clip. Wrong clip. I think it's funny that Cobra's mind works in like a different dimension than most people's, because no rational person would be like, you know what? I need to make a Bob Barker tribute drinking live stream right now. Shout out Bob Barker. And pretty soon he's going to say his name wrong. Cobra himself is going to get a spoof name of Bob Barker. It's all just going down pretty fast. But either way, you know, maybe he just has a bigger heart than I. You know, maybe he cared about The Price is Right a little bit more than I did.
So, you know, yeah, Bob Barker was a part of my childhood. I loved watching The Price is Right growing up. And I did a fair bit of crying off camera. I ain't going to stunt y'all. I'll try not to cry on camera just so y'all don't have another excuse to make fun of me. Not that you need one.
And I mean, we're aware. that Cobra has issues, right? He's got some mental things going down. It's not looking good, YouTubes. But at the same time, it's fine if you want to be emotional. I can't wrap my head around why people get so attached to figures that they never really interacted with. It makes it really hard for me. So, like, you can enjoy actors or comedians or talk show hosts or whoever. That's all cool. Like, I've had artists that I really liked that passed away or died suddenly or whatever. And it's like, you're allowed to feel sad, but being so sad to the point that I moved to tears, I don't know, man. It's like, yeah, people can like have an influence on your life, but at the end of the day, they don't know anything about you. You don't really know anything about them. So it's like this weird parasocial relationship, and I feel like because you watch Price is Right a lot as a little kid, I mean, I watched Dragon Tales a lot, and you don't hear me crying because they shut it down one day. You know, it's just like, get a grip of yourself, Cobes.
No idea how it's going to turn out, dude. I've never made homemade wine before, and trust and believe. If that homemade wine was ready right now, I'd take a shot for Bob Barker, dude. But I'm going to have to wait at least another week and a half for that to be done. I have no idea how long instant yeast takes to make alcohol, but it is what it is. I mean, if it gets me drunk when I'm done making it, shit, I want to make my own homemade wine from now on. Start making that more often, you know?
So, in case you're unaware, Cobes basically took a juice container that you would go buy at the store. You know, it wasn't like Minute Maid, that's for sure, but it was like a cranberry juice or something, peach juice, something like that. And he basically is trying to make prison wine out of it, which is basically fermenting it and letting it sit for an extended period of time to formulate alcohol. And there's plenty of reasons why this is bad, and it's mostly because of Josh. There's plenty of people, you know, I was an avid Moonshiners fan in the early seasons of Moonshiners, and like, typically, there's not a huge risk, usually, that you will like go blind or get severely sick from something. And I'm not one to advocate for more regulations on people and stuff, but I don't think that having the bog take care of making his own alcohol is going to turn out really well. And the biggest threat of making prison wine is botulism, which can just basically kill you. And he's just taking the risk. And the biggest threat to getting botulism is basically ruining the fermentation process and allowing like heavy sects of bacteria to get inside. And then it basically will give you botulism. So, we're going to see quickly, Cobes is not following protocols. There's a good chance that we're going to see blind and dead bog pretty soon, so that's exciting.
Oh, fuck. I don't want a piece of the can. I want the whole damn thing. Excuse me. Well, that just happened. And I wasn't even drinking. In fact, I've been sober from alcohol all day. I'm so sorry, Bob. Bob Barker, I am so fucking sorry, dude. Oh, fuck. I stubbed my toe earlier and curled it on my left foot. Oh, shit. Oh, God damn it. I am so sorry to Bob Saget and his closest relatives and friends. I did not mean to just throw up on camera like that. No, I haven't had any alcohol like the last couple of days. That's why I'm making my own. Because it's cheaper and I want to see YouTube. Oh, fuck. Man, that was like half the can gone, too.
there's a lot to analyze here with this clip. So he's basically, we watched him just recently throw up after eating spicy food, and now he's even drinking his creme de la creme Monster Energy drinks, and he's vomiting all over himself. And it's not that surprising. I mean, like, I feel like the Boggs, eating habits probably aren't very good. He probably had like a mostly empty stomach. He's chugging down 300 milligrams of caffeine and carbonation. It's not going to make your stomach feel very well. He's also just an inherently not super healthy person. All this wrapped up together into a Bob Saget, Bob Barker tribute, and he's just throwing up all over himself. And the funny part is, he gets up, right? He sits there for a second, just throws up all over himself. It's in his hand, it's in his beard, it's on his shirt, it's on his pants. And then once he gets up, it's probably on his chair, it's on the floor, it's in the kitchen, all that. You would think, oh man, time to shut that stream down, gotta take your clothes off, go take a shower. Nah, Cobe says he cleaned himself up, guys. Which probably means he walked into the kitchen, took both his hands and just wiped his shirt down with his hands and said, yeah, that's good, time to go sit back down. And you just know, with how much he's been throwing up recently, this apartment probably smells like stomach acid. It probably smells absolutely horrendous in there 24/7. And now you have some like criminal homeless guy living with him. I mean, all this stuff is just wrapping up into a disaster. And mind you, he's so embarrassed. Bob Barker, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to ruin your tribute. And then he goes and sits back down and says Bob Saget. And he claims that he's not drinking a whole lot anymore. Really makes me slightly suspicious, He's saying, yeah, I haven't been drinking a whole lot, Tubes. That's why I'm making my fermented wine. Yeah, I'm sure that's positive, dude. You said you were going to stop drinking after you got arrested last year, and here we are. And he's throwing up on himself. Bob Barker's Bob Saget, and he has a criminal with him. I mean, what's not to love?
Oh, Bob's Barfer. Oh, that's fucking great. Bob Barfer, that is hilarious. Oh, yeah, because we're going to make fun of Cobra for barfing on this little tribute stream. Bob Barfer, they say. You're hilarious. Okay. Okay, Doritos. I'm here for it. Yeah. Teeth update. Yeah. My teeth are disgusting. I need to brush them more. What else is new? And Doritos is not a sponsor. It's just my favorite chip. I love their nacho cheese Doritos. That's my jam.
So we got Bog Barfer over here throwing up on himself. Shout out to the chat for giving some good recommendations. Bog Barfer, very funny, very timely, very comedic. And he just goes right into it. Yeah, I just threw up on myself, but don't worry, guys. It's time to do my nacho cheese Doritos review. It's limited time, guys. I have to do it right now. I can't wait to eat these Doritos for some other point. And he eats them. Of course, he's not sponsored. I love that part about Josh. Every time he ever does anything that has some sort of brand attached to it, Budweiser, Doritos, or whatever, he's always like, not sponsored by him, guys. I'm not sponsored by him. And it's like, yeah, no duh. At this point, I mean, like, Bud Light has declined so much, they might want to consider getting Cobes on board, because you can't really go much lower, and getting the Bog on the can, I think that's actually a good business decision. So if you want to throw a couple bones my way, I'll go to Casper. I'll hook him up. I'll say, it's time to drink that Bud Light Platinum, boy.
Here's the wine I've been making. YouTube, check this out. Oh, yeah, and you can see fermentation bubbles right there, which is a pretty good sign. I don't have one of those things that you stick on the lid. So what I do is I'll take it and just go like that. Oh, shit, should have tightened the lid. Okay, there we go. So what I'll do to mix it, just give it a little shake. Give it a little one of these numbers, kind of. And when you do that, all that pressure is going to build up in your homemade wine jug. I'm going to circle of protection on my stomach from botulism.
So everything about this whole situation is wrong. I'm not a brewer, so forgive me for not knowing all the names of the tools and trinkets that you have to use in order to make alcohol. But I know it's usually recommended. He was talking about the burper thing that you put on top. It basically alleviates all the CO2 out of the container so that Cobra doesn't have to constantly open it and close it and risk getting bacteria inside. But don't worry, we completely circumnavigated that and said, you know what? I'm just gonna take a sip with my disgusting decaying teeth that I don't brush my teeth with, and I eat like fish guts. And you know what? That's gonna make the prison wine really good, dude. You're really figuring it out, and that makes me so proud. He was even smart enough to put a circle of protection on his stomach before he took a sip. You know, he's playing like 200 IQ plays here. I mean, we can't even comprehend what the wizard is coming up with.
Jeremy is single. Him and his girlie broke up. I don't know if he's looking or not. Right now, he's looking for an apartment. He'll be staying here for today and tomorrow, and then that's it. That's all I can offer him. I do what I can to help my friends, but I'm not running a, Yeah.
Yeah. Shut up back there, prison bait. Shut up back there, alright? I'm over here doing my wine review, alright? We don't need your criminal ass talking back there. And I think it's funny because we see how scary this dude is, staring him down, licking his chops, ready to pounce. And Josh just assumes, you know, oh yeah, once my time's up, he's gotta leave. And part of me is like I get it, helping out people and putting a timeline on things, but like, why does he have to leave? Josh doesn't leave his apartment. He stays there 24/7, so it's not like this guy couldn't crash on his couch forever. He probably, you know, is thinking back to him looking in the reflection and seeing him standing there naked, basically, overlooking him, and got a little bit of the heebie-jeebies, but just do a circle of protection on your fears, you know? That'll spare you from the slaughter that's about to come from Jeremy.
Well, hell yeah, Jeremy. You want to drink some Kratom tea with me, man? I'm about to drink this. And also yesterday, my buddy Jeremy needed a shower, and I'm very comfortable with my sexuality as a straight man. Not the best look having Jeremy in his underwear on camera, so that was my bad for filming that, but I don't care. I'm sure it got a laugh out of my trolls, like, ha 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 ha.
It did get a laugh out of me, Josh. That's very on point. I think having a criminal in his underwear hanging around on your live streams is very poetic. But hey, he made some changes, you know. He gave him those pants, you know. He hooked him up. It looks like it. I don't know this for certain. This could be his 3-week-old pants that are just, oh God, no, I can't wear those. Please don't make me wear them, for the love of God. You know, it could be those. It could be that Josh splurged a little bit, said, here you go. But you basically have two men that won't change their pants once a month, you know, so it's not stinking very good in there. They're rocking some Kratom tea, you know, it's gonna get wild in there. We're gonna get mud wrestling. Oh yeah, you know, Puff is gonna be there right in the front row to see his owner just get sodomized on camera.
I do. There's a couple of cops here in town that watch my videos, which I think is pretty awesome.
A police officer was like, hey, aren't you King Cobra's friend?
You just know the police officers are like, there's a really good chance we're going to get called to Josh's apartment this weekend. You know, we're going to have one of those famous cases of a live streamer getting murdered on live stream. That's the fear that we're about to have. And Josh, you know, he's just a good guy. He's just helping out his friends. At least the police are on the radar. You know, they're probably already staking out the building. They probably have it tapped to make sure, you know, are we going to hear any noises in there? Any bumps in the night? They're ready to bust down the door to save Josh, and I'm appreciative for that.
Alec, I've already explained this. Thank you for your $1 holler. My dad does not care if I go on Fish Tank. I'm staying here in town to take care of Puff because season 2 is in the wintertime, and Wyoming winters get pretty brutal, dude. Taking care of Puff is more important than going on Fish Tank. And I appreciate Sam Hyde and friends wanting me on there. That's a pretty cool opportunity, I reckon.
This whole cope is like the dumbest argument of all time. It'd be probably different if Josh owned like a dog. He owns a bearded dragon, right? Who lives in a cage and who is already a like cold-blooded reptile. Man, I'm really dumb. And needs like a heat lamp and a heat pad in order to stay warm, stay alive, you know, that whole shebang. I think you can go to Fish Tank for a week or two and have your dad come over and feed him, you know, mealworms and crickets. I don't think that's going to be too difficult. He doesn't have to go outside. I mean, does your apartment not have heating? Is that your fear? You're going to have to cradle Puff in the wintertime as you're both just dying by the cold, as your windows are broken and cold air is sweeping inside. I mean, it's just Cope. He's afraid to leave. He's agoraphobic. It's all good, dude. Just be real with the fans. You know, I see right through your thin veneer.
Did you shower after puking? Like I said, I got the puke off my shirt. Thank you, Garrett, for your $5. Yeah, that's looking a lot better. Negative $174.05.
I mean, if there's a clip that just clearly outlines who the bog is, it's this. He's over here saying, like I said, guys, I don't need the shower because I wiped the throw up off my shirt. Why would I change my shirt and take a shower after I threw up on myself? Just revolting, just disgusting. And then you have him over here saying, oh, hell yeah, Tubes, negative $100, baby. We're rocking it right now. We're going hard in the paint, you know? And it's just like, oh, man, this just perfectly encapsulates who Cobra is, and I'm appreciative.
Me, I don't drink much, so I guess for me it would be the air duster.
No, you don't want to be doing air duster, Jeremy. That's bad for your epilepsy. Also, Jeremy has epilepsy, so if he says anything weird, just kind of, you know,
What's your excuse, Josh? You say plenty of weird things all the time. You're over here pulling a microphone out from nowhere. It doesn't sound like it's really plugged into anything. You know, I think he's just talking into the microphone just for fun, just for gigs. He probably thinks it's attached to something. It's the giving the controller to your little brother to play with you that's not plugged in. It's that type of vibe I'm getting. But it's funny, they pose the question, if you're given a free case of beer or a free case of Duster, which would you take? And Josh was like, probably the beer, but man, the Duster sounds good. And Jeremy's like, I don't drink, so probably the Duster. And here he is, savior of the world, protecting his friend. No Duster for you, buckaroo. That'll induce your seizures. But look at me, the king of health.
And here's the best part of it, Cobra fam. If my trolls want to call me an e-bigger and then call the people who donate money to my channel pay pigs, talk all the shit you want. But when your account's in the fucking negative, no one's going to bail your ass out. You don't have the love and support I have. And then the very breath I take is a piss stain and shit stain on your existence, troll. And it's hilarious.
It's kind of an embarrassment, Cobra, to be honest, that you're constantly in the negative every single week after every single week, and you rely on donations of trolls to keep you alive. I mean, I'm not expecting you to go hard in the paint, but getting a job, a 9 to 5, maybe you only work part-time, who knows? But you get some money, you're basically living off of SSRIs, so let's not try and play and pretend like you're some a beacon of positivity and support from the world. Everybody watches you because you're kind of a joke, you're kind of a goofy character, and I think most other people would find some other alternate solution in order to not be negative $400 in every single stream. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.